Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today I wanted to do a preview video for 2026 Top Series 1, but unfortunately I don't really have enough information to do that. We don't have the print run numbers or anything like that, the odds sheets, so I really can't do a preview on the product. So today I wanted to switch gears a little bit, and I didn't want to do this video, but I actually feel like I have to because I'm calling this video the state of the hobby, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And there is a lot of ugly right now. The direction that we are headed in is just super concerning to me. And I wanted to touch bases on a few things. A lot of this has stemmed from, we sent out a text for the Bowman's Best release that just came out. We have our text club. It's going great. Everybody loves it. We love doing it because we love getting you guys and gals the best prices possible to buy the products because secondary market is terrible. We all know that. And essentially what happens, we send our text out at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, and I get on there at 12 on the dot, and I'm ready to go. And I just, for that set, I decided no full case profit challenges. We're not going to do a series on it, but I would love to rip one box for a video because there's 4 autos per box. So it's probably going to be a pretty cool rip. So I want to get one box, one loose hobby box. That's it. One box. Could not get it. Not enough allocation. They sold out in 30 seconds. I was in line in the checkout, whatever this checkout system they have now, and I could not get one box. And I was not alone. Thousands of people cannot get a single box to have fun and open with their family or open for themselves, open for their business, whatever. One box. And I just think that this is a trend that it's happening a lot. Now, for sets that are printed to the moon, like 2026 Series 1, availability is going to be there for a while. You don't have to be right on Topps' website to get that on time. But for some of the specialer sets, Topps Finest was like this, Bowman's Best, a little bit lower printed. You know, you need to allocate enough boxes to the consumers to buy off of your website to keep this hobby alive, because it's becoming not a hobby for most people. I don't want to go on eBay and buy this box at a 50% markup. I'm certainly not going to go to these local card shop websites. Dave and Adams at the front of my list. I freaking live a half hour from Dave and Adams. I'm certainly not going to go there and pay a 100 to 200% markup on half the products. I'm not going to go to Blowout Cards and pay all this money. And they are getting all the allocation along with these monster breakers. It's crazy. It's terrible. And it's ruining the hobby for most people. And I can't stand it anymore because I'm just like everybody else. I'm fighting for every box I can get, every case I can get. I'm fighting with you guys for pre-order to try to get, you know, just some stuff for the channel and some stuff to feature. We got EQL going up there. The EQLs, if you haven't seen them, it's a random drawing or whatever. But meanwhile, we're all fighting an EQL while Backyard and Filth Bomb and all these other massive break companies are ripping the product before we even get our hands on it. How in the world can you justify that to your other customers? And the only answer I can come up with is you flat out do not care. You ever see that meme or that GIF? We do not care. I think it's Stephen A. Smith. That's all I can think of when I see this stuff going on. You apparently do not care. It's all about money. It's just money, 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 money. Let's jack up the prices of the boxes even more. They're still going to pay. They're still going to pay. They're going to give us our money. It's just all money oriented, which is hilarious from somebody who's not a publicly traded company. This is not somebody who has to prove to their stock shareholders month after quarter that they're making profits. They're not publicly traded. It's just more money, more money, more money, taking hits out of boxes, quality control going to you know what. I'm not going to swear on here because I run a family channel. This is crazy. It's super concerning. The whole direction is concerning. And I want to apologize right now because this video is going to be all over the place. I'm the type of guy, when I make content, I'm very straightforward. I try to stay on, stay on what I'm doing, stay on topic. This video is going to be scrambly, so I apologize. But there's a lot that I have to kind of get off my chest with all this. I want to start with the allocation thing that I mentioned. There was a leak that came out on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, that basically showed Dave and Adams and Blowout Cards. And again, these are my opinions. I don't have any I'm not saying that this is fact, but the stuff that came out said that they're getting $40 million in allocation. How many hundreds of thousands of cases of stuff are they getting? And then the huge breakers are getting tens of millions of dollars. These massive breakers, tens of millions of dollars worth of allocation. It's crazy. Instead of, I ranted on Facebook, instead of giving hundreds of cases to these breakers, how about cut it down to 10 to 15 cases per breaker and let everybody else who's also involved in the hobby that doesn't want to overspend on the secondary market a chance to get one box. And I'm going to go in on breakers a little bit here, but I'm not the guy who's anti-breaker. I'm not a breaker. I'll never be a breaker. Somebody could offer me $2 million right now to be a breaker, and I'd tell them to go pound salt. I'm not a breaker. I won't be a breaker. I don't believe in it. That doesn't mean that I don't think that there is a place in the hobby for it. I do believe there is. You're never going to hear me say that breakers need to go away forever, because the prices have gotten so out of control that a lot of people want to buy into their favorite team or their favorite players. It gives them an opportunity to participate in this hobby on a very limited budget. And I get it, but that's not what it's turned into now. What it's turned into now is degen gambling, 100% degenerate gambling. And I want to start with Breakers Delight boxes. It's the most obvious degen gambling thing I've ever seen. We're gonna take all the base cards out. We're just only gonna put hits in these boxes. These breakers can't handle going through the base cards and actually enjoying cards. It's just about how fast can we make the most money? How fast can we? All right, let's flip through. Quick. Oh, there's an auto. All right, next break. Make more money. It's crazy to me that Breakers Delight boxes even exist. But here's the thing that annoys me about the Breakers Delight. If it's going to exist, you better make it accessible to the public, because guess what? You can't pre-order Breakers Delights. I can't pre-order Breakers Delights. Nobody can. These are allocated products to breakers. I have never gone to a pre-order and seen, oh, I can get a Breakers Delight case. It's not possible. So, and then we had the Chrome update situation where rookie debut patches, which is the biggest chase in the set, are flying out of Breakers Delight boxes left and right that we can't even get. They clearly have a memo that they do not want you to open your own cards. It's clear to me. They want you in breaks. Fanatics, tops, whatever you want to call them, they want you in breaks. Because guess what? If they allocate a ton of product to Filth Bomb or whoever, I'm using them because they're the biggest ones on Fanatics Live, they allocate all the product to them. Well, guess what you got to do? They make money from Filth Bomb, getting the product to them, and then they make money when you go on Fanatics Live. They make money twice. When you buy into breaks, when you go do that, they get money two different ways. And now they can just take a bath in all the money that they made, even though they are ruining. Like, you can't stay down this road. You just can't. I think the hobby's in a great place, personally. I'm an optimist with everything. I never make videos like this, but it's very concerning seeing that they don't care about what the everyday consumer thinks. You clearly don't care, because it just doesn't make sense that you want to push everybody to breaking over on Fanatics Live or even Whatnot. And Whatnot's my sponsor. But the breaking thing, to me, has just gotten so out of control. There's only one way that it stops. And that is everybody stops feeding these breakers all this money. But it won't happen. And I'm going to tell you why. The breaking is not appealing. The high-end breaking. I'm talking about people spending $5,000 for break spots, which is astounding that anybody would ever do that without opening their own cards. I mean, that'd be the day that I'm going to spend 5 G's to not even experience the pull myself. Like, where have we gone here? But the way I see it going with this, you can't end this. You can't just, like, me and you and everybody else, we can boycott. Oh, we're not gonna buy into these breaks. We're gonna leave these breakers stuck with all this product. Somebody will buy in, because the get rich quick crowd has come into this hobby. The Fanatics marketing, we got all these flashy promos, we got Jake Paul and Logan Paul, whoever the Paul, whichever Paul brothers opening cards, Barstool guys opening cards for a day and then you never hear from them again. All these, Tom Brady, all these celebrity promotions, they're pushing all this stuff as hard as they possibly can and not listening to the people who have been here since the beginning. And I want to make it clear, I haven't been here since the beginning. I'm somebody who ripped cards and was obsessed with cards from the time when I was like 5 years old until I was about 13, 14. And I got out of the hobby because I'm playing sports, I'm chasing girls, I'm going to parties, I'm doing the normal, late high school, college type life. Then you grow up, you could argue I haven't grown up, but you get settled down and you get some money behind you, you get a stable career, and you get back into the industry, right? Like a lot of people share in that. A lot of people have done exactly what I did. But I just can't believe where we have gone from where we were like just a couple of years ago. And that's the craziest part to me. Ever since Fanatics has taken over, it just seems like it's getting worse and worse by the day. And Fanatics has got this whole thing with their memorabilia industry that's going on. And we have checklists that aren't coming out in time for releases. We don't even know who's in the checklist. We don't know the autos in the checklist. We don't know the print runs, but we just got to buy. We just got to give you all of our money and just hope that we're not going to get, screwed out on hits coming out of boxes. I mean, the Jumbo losing a relic. Why? Well, whose idea was that? What are we doing? Why are we taking hits out of boxes? Like, I recommend Jumbos to everybody because you're guaranteeing yourself those better hits. Like, retail has gotten worse and worse. Series 1 retail is going to be bad. The print run is going to be to the moon. Rushed products, too. You have situations where we get all these releases crammed, just stuffed into, a month? And then we have a month with no releases. Well, what happens when you get products that are rushed out there? You have bad quality control. I had an entire case of Chrome Update where more than half of the cards were damaged, not just the base, the big hits too. And I sent in months ago all those hits that were damaged, that Mason Wynn red autograph. I haven't heard anything. Why haven't I heard anything? Because they're probably overwhelmed with all of the bad quality control stuff that's been going on by them just trying to rush these products out. I mean, here's the good news. if you want a little bit of good news, we all can collect the way we want to collect, right? So I'm actually on the channel. I'm still going to keep doing what I'm doing because I love doing this. I love you guys and gals watching. I really am having the time of my life doing this. I can't believe where I'm at now. And I wouldn't trade it for the world, and I'll continue to keep doing what I'm doing. But for me, it's making me want to shift gears and maybe I should start opening a little bit of older product. Maybe I've already bought 7 boxes for the channel that I'm going to start mixing in because we're not doing our Tops Now series anymore because they got rid of the loyalty points program. Another thing we could talk about, but I'm not even going to get into because at least they did convert it to fan cash. But I started buying 1997, 1998, 2000, 2012, all different kinds of sets that I'm going to try to feature here on the channel just to switch it up a little bit. You can collect however you want. You don't need to buy into breaks. You don't need to buy boxes. You don't need to buy singles. You do whatever you want. So I recommend that the break industry, you stay away, but it ain't going to change it. It's just not, these guys are not going away. They're getting all the allocation and they're getting all the gamblers over there. And you know what doesn't help either? That these are terrible human beings, just in general. I'm not going to name them again, but some of the companies that I've already named, we got horrible human beings. You got people shoving these hits in your face on social media. They have absolutely just why are you doing that? All these guys are pulling one of one debut patches, 7 of them in 2 days and shoving it in their faces. They finally calmed down, but Backyard's still pulling multiple nebulas. It's just crazy to me. The whole thing is I could see why people get so frustrated that they leave. And I'll tell Fanatics if you do it too much, too many people will leave and you'll be in real trouble. Because if you get to that point where too many people bail out of here, what are you left with? You know, here's the, I'll wrap this up by saying this. I think I know the underlying problem of what is going on with Fanatics and with Topps. It has to do with the breaking, obviously, and the way that they want to operate their business, the way that they want you to collect. But why is that happening? It's simple to me. Fanatics does not have anybody in there that is just a true collector. I have learned through starting this channel how awesome the real collector is. I'm talking about the people who, my channel is I try to have fun. So we do these profit challenges. I show values and stuff. You guys know I don't care if I get crushed on a box. I'm not in this for the profit of a video. Like, I love talking to these true collectors. My Discord is just full of people who are like the best collectors out there. They're super knowledgeable. They know more about cards than I'll ever know in my entire life. I guarantee you that. Fanatics has none of them in there. None of them type of people in there. Nobody in there to say, hey, we can't take a hits out of the box. Hey, we can't up the hobby box $10 on release day. It's $89 on pre-order and $99 on release day. It's a joke. You look greedy. It just looks ridiculous. Like, do we really need that extra money? Are we going to go under without? How about just make it affordable and make it readily available for the people who want to collect? You have to keep people in the hobby, not drive people out. You ain't driving me out because I'm in it forever at this point. I love it. I truly do. And I don't like making videos like this. But Fanatics needs someone in there to put their foot down and go, hey guys, why are you removing all these inserts from Stadium Club that everybody loves, like triumvirates? Why are you removing the gold minted cards? Why are you taking an auto out of the hobby box? What are we doing? Why do we have 170 card chrome checklist autos? We don't need 170 players. Unless somebody gets in there that straightens it out, somebody who is a true collector that says, this is not good. This is, it might be working now, but eventually it's not going to work. What are we left with? I mean, you got to get somebody in there who is just a legitimate collector for the people, because this direction of this whole thing is just, it's really concerning to me with football, because I haven't collected football for years. I got back into it in 2020. I know this video is long. I'm sorry. I'm just ranting and I'm all over the place, but I got to get it out. I've been back into this since 2020, and really I started with junk wax baseball just to get the feels again. You know what I mean? Pull a Ken Griffey from 1990 Donruss. It's worth freaking 5 cents. I don't care. I wanted that feeling again, and I got it back. It just all came back to me. And I started ripping baseball, and I got addicted to it. I loved it. It was a lot of fun. I created a business, and here we are today, right? Football, I opened in 2021 and got so frustrated with it by 2022 that I completely stopped. I didn't open any more football because Panini was just butchering football. They took all the hits and stuffed them into hobby. Retail, there was nothing left over. And what I'm seeing right now, and I was, by the way, I was super excited to learn that Topps was taking over football, because now retail is going to be relevant again. I'm doing a series over on the football channel. I've been doing series. I'm just losing over and over and over again, because just showing how bad Panini retail really is. And Topps should revive retail. But are we going to be able to afford anything? Look at basketball. What are we doing? Cooper Flag base sapphires, non-numbered base sapphires, going for $1,200 and above. What's that going to do for football? Football is, I mean, I would still argue that baseball's popularity is to the moon, but football has caught up to it. And now that Topps is going to take over football, are we going to be able to get any product, like any of the good stuff? Or are we just going to be stuck ripping Series 1, Series 2, and Update? Because the road that we're headed down, we're not going to be able to afford anything. I mean, these sapphire basketball boxes going for over $1,000 a piece. What? How? The secondary market, there's people, there's so little allocation that the flippers are back. The COVID flippers that everybody hated, the people who cleared out the shelves during COVID and posted on eBay all these high markups, they're coming back. Why are they coming back? Because the hobby product is just the allocation is not there. So yeah, you can go and go to the retail shelves and buy a box and pull nothing. I mean, almost every single time. But the football prices, they might be completely outrageous. They might price me out. And I started the football channel as soon as I found out Topps was getting the licensing, because I was like, this is going to be, I can structure it just like the baseball channel and we'll have a lot of fun. I don't know now. I don't know that we're going to have fun. That's the problem I'm running into. But again, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. You should keep doing what you're doing. And at the end of the day, I think it's all going to be fine. I have to think that somebody in there is going to realize what's going on and is going to try to fix it. I have to think that. I mean, what else? How could I think otherwise at this point? It's so bad. I mean, it's so bad, the fact that we can't get our hands on anything. And the only way you can is essentially if you're in bed with this company, which I'm certainly not doing that. And I know a lot of other people will never even have the opportunity to do that. It's just crushing the regular collector. But again, I'm hoping I have Series 1 tomorrow. I promise I'm not going to be annoyed during, as annoyed as I am right now during that video. I'm going to keep it positive. I truly love collecting. I truly love you all. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I appreciate all the comments and everybody talking. Please let me know how you feel in this comment section, because most people, I think, agree with me, but I would love to hear from, somebody who thinks that it's a good thing, that breaking is taking the industry completely over. I would love to hear it, because I think that that's what's happening. But hey, maybe Fanatics will find somebody to get in there to advise them to calm it down a little bit. And maybe we'll turn this thing around. But again, I'm excited for Series 1. Hopefully I have that stuff tomorrow. We got Stadium Club coming out. We got a lot of stuff coming out. Tomorrow is Series 1 release day, like I said. I don't know if I'm going to get my stuff in time, but if I do, I'll have a video. It might be a late video. It really depends on when it shows up here. I know sometimes on release days, you won't see a video from me until later at nighttime, because it really just depends on when I get it. But sorry for ranting. I don't like doing this, but I was a little frustrated about all the bad hobby news coming out, and I felt like I had to say something. So if you want to continue to follow along with all the content, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.